our outgoings this season are very, very important. We spent a lot of money last year. We thought that money was going to push us on to greater things. It hasn't done that. But this season, we haven't got that sort of money to spend again. You know, we don't have an open checkbook. Football is a business and we have to balance the books. So our outgoings this year are just as important as the ingoings. So I think it's best we address the outgoings first. And here's a list of all the players I personally think can go out the door. If you add all of that up, we're looking at about 100 to 20, 120 to 130 million in the door for players. And, you know, if you look at the players that are going out the door there, there's no one really notable except for McAllister. The likes of Endo, Chiesa, Joe Gomez, bit part players, and the rest, you know, are academy products. Kieran Morrison, Lewis Kumas, James McConnell, possibly Owen Beck and Figueroa. So that would give us a solid 120 to 130 mil straight up and put us in a good situation going forward. But we are not finished there, as we know. There's been talks about Curtis Jones going out the door. If I'm being totally honest, I wouldn't have give Gravenberch that new long-term contract. I would have probably cashed in on Gravenberch and kept Jones for the fact of his utility and the fact that he's a scouser as well. But we are where we are. Gravenberch has just signed a 6-year deal for 300 grand a week, and he's probably going to be a big part of the squad going ahead. So for me, there's no room for Curtis Jones to stay at Liverpool and just be a bit part player when we can get 35 to 40 mil for him, unfortunately. So I would say yes to Curtis Jones going. That's another 35 to 40 mil in the bank. I'd love to keep Ali, but to be honest, it's looking like he's going to go out the door. So possibly another 20 mil in the bank to add to the fund. And Harvey Elliott, I don't see a lot of room for Harvey, especially when new signings come in. So take that 30 mil for Harvey, add it to the fund, and before you know it, we're up to like 210, 220 mil in the door from players. So now we've got that to spend, and whatever the board give on top of that to bring in some real hitters.